Hello guys, welcome back to another video on the C programming language. In this video, we will talk about dynamic variables in C. Just to recall, a variable is a place in the computer's memory that stores data. Variables are divided into two main types: static variables and dynamic variables. A static variable is a type of variable in which data is stored directly without any interaction with users. In this example, our integer variable has an int data type and the number 10 is stored directly. On the other hand, a dynamic variable is a type of variable in which users are prompted for data instead of storing data directly. This approach makes your program more interactive and user-friendly. Recall from Python lessons that we used the input function to prompt users for data, thus making a variable a dynamic variable. However, in C, there is a built-in function called scanf or scan formatted that serves the function of input. However, utilizing the scan function is a tough job because it has a complex syntax. Here, you first must declare a variable. Then, use the printf function to display a message before prompting users, and then use the scanf function to prompt users for data, and then assign that data back to the variable. Let's break down the scanf function in this example. The ampersand symbol, also known as the address of operator in C, is used in this example as a pointer that points to the number variable, retrieving its memory address. We will talk about pointers in detail in upcoming videos. Now let's transition to placeholders or percent signs followed by a letter. The percent sign followed by a letter is used as a placeholder and a format specifier in the C programming language. It indicates to the program that a variable based on this format will be expected in a function. Here are the format specifiers commonly used in C for different data types. %s for strings, %c for characters, %d for integers, %f for floating point numbers, %lf for double precision floating point numbers. Last but not least, %ld for long integers. There's also an alternative way for creating dynamic variables, and that is third-party libraries. One of the most helpful third-party libraries for C is the CS50 library. You can download it and install it using this link. There are functions that will handle errors and are super user-friendly. These are the functions for getting input using the CS50 library, and it also defines the string data type. getChar, getString, getInt, getFloat, getDouble, and getLong, each utilized for different data types. Let's head to VS Code for practical examples. I will open a file, code dynamic.c. Now first, I will use the scanf function to store data dynamically. #include inside angle brackets standard io.h, then int main void, then inside curly braces int number semicolon printf inside parentheses and quotations enter an integer colon and then semicolon, then scanf inside parentheses and quotations %d, comma, ampersand number, then semicolon, then printf inside parentheses and quotations you entered colon %d \n and then comma number and at the end a semicolon. First of all, using printf, the program will display a message. After that, the scanf function retrieves data from the keyboard as an int data type and then stores it in the number variable. At the end, using the printf function, the program displays the data stored in the number variable. Now let's compile it. Make dynamic and then run it ./dynamic. It first prints out a message and then prompts me for data 10. You can see it prints you entered 10. It has a complex syntax, but now let's use the cs50.h library. #include inside angle brackets standard io.h, then #include inside angle brackets cs50.h, then end main void inside curly braces string name equals to get underscore string inside parentheses and quotations name colon and at the end a semicolon. Then end age equals to get underscore end inside parentheses and quotations age colon and again at the end a semicolon. Last but not least, printf inside parentheses and quotations I am a string placeholder, comma, and I am an int placeholder years old, \n and then comma, name, comma, age, and at the end a semicolon. At first, I imported two libraries, standard IO for printf and cs50 for input functions like getInt and get_string. Inside the main function, I declared two variables, a variable called name with the string data type and a variable called age with the int data type. Using the get_string and get_int functions from the cs50 library, I prompt the user for his or her name as well as age. At the end, I print them using the printf function. The %s is a placeholder for a variable with the string data type, and the %d is a placeholder for a variable with the int data type. In this case, name and age respectively. Now the only problem is that make function does not recognize the cs50 library. We have to use the GCC compiler. GCC dynamic.c -output or -o dynamic and then -library cs50 or -l cs50. Here the -l cs50 is a flag used to link the cs50 library when compiling the code. -l, this flag is used to specify a library that needs to be linked during the compilation process, and cs50, this part of the flag specifies the name of the library that needs to be linked. In this case, is the cs50 library. So when you compile your code with GCC and including -l CS50, the compiler knows to look for the CS50 library and link it with your program during the compilation process. This allows your program to use functions and features provided by the CS50 library in your C program. /dynamic, it prompts me for my name, Zain, and for age, 30. You can see it outputs, I am Zain and I am 30 years old. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Have a nice time.